Greetings everyone. In today's video, we will be taking a look at the new dedicated lightning support, Kali Annihilation. The format for this guide will be slightly different from our usual complete guides, as we will only focus on Kali's DPS configuration. We will be showing you guys how to build her for support. We just won't go deep into things like we usually do in our other guides. Kali Annihilation is a sub-DPS lightning support unit. She belongs to the Asterism faction of characters and uses Rage as the resource to execute her skills. Her basic attacks have 5 sequences and will generate a set amount of Rage on hit. After the 4th sequence hit, timing your input correctly for the 5th sequence will allow you to trigger Thunderous Splendor, boosting the damage dealt and the amount of Rage gained. Her dodge skill will not interrupt her basic attack sequence and will set her up for a Thunderous Splendor counter on successful dodges. Casting a normal attack immediately after dodging will trigger the enhanced 5th sequence of her basic attack. During Thunderous Splendor, you gain super armor and your skill's cooldown are reduced. In addition, each successful dodge will grant her 1 Thunderstrike mark, and once every 14 seconds, a successful dodge will fully restore her Rage meter, Thunderstrike marks, and reset the cooldown of Skill 3. Skill 1 requires at least 1 Rage to cast, and will allow her to quickly bombard the locked-on target with a flurry of blows. By delaying your input until the border of the screen turns red, you can trigger the Thunderous Splendor version of the uppercut, and inflict enemies hit with armor break for 18 seconds. Continuously performing basic attacks immediately after the initial skill hit will allow her to perform a punching barrage combo. By delaying your input until the border of the screen turns red, you can trigger the Thunderous Splendor version of the combo to boost its damage. Skill 2 will allow her to teleport to the locked-on target's location for an opening strike, increase skill damage by 10%, and decrease the enemy's resistance to crits by 15%. Tapping the skill input immediately after the initial cast will extend your combo with 2 sexy roundhouses. By delaying your input until the border of the screen turns red, you can trigger the Thunderous Splendor version of the combo to boost its damage and increase skill damage by 10% for 18 seconds, as well as restoring 25 Rage on hit. Continuously performing basic attacks immediately after the initial skill hit will allow her to perform a special kick combo and restore a set amount of Rage. By delaying your input until the border of the screen turns red, you can trigger the Thunderous Splendor version of the combo to boost its damage and restore a greater amount of Rage. Skill 3 will consume all available Rage and Thunderstrike marks to instantly unleash the full force of her 9th Tribulation Thunderclap. Summon a lightning strike for each Thunderstrike mark consumed, and increase its damage base on how much Rage was consumed. Her ultimate Twilight of Tribulation will reduce enemy resistance by 20% on hit, and increase crit damage by 10% after she or a teammate cast their ultimate or skill chain. While Brahma is in the party, their ultimate skill chain will allow Brahma to enter destruction form, increase the team's melee damage by 15%, and reduce the enemy's lightning resistance by 20%. Lastly, she gains 8% of her ultimate charge when she or a teammate activates their dodge effect. So there are a couple moving parts here, but the main aspects of Kali's kit are going to be Rage consumption, Thunderous Splendor activations, and Thunderstrike marks. Your main source of Rage will be basic attacks, Skill 2 enhanced, Skill 2 kick combos, and your dodge effect. To trigger Thunderous Splendor, you simply need to time your input correctly. When the border of the screens turns red after casting a skill, or the 4th sequence of your basic attack. As for Thunderstrike marks, you will gain 1 mark each time you perform a successful dodge. Now that we have a better understanding of her kit, here are the combos I like to use when playing Kali. Keep in mind her playstyle is very active. The most important thing you want to do is make sure you apply armor break early on during your combo.
最悪の組み合わせだ。遅い。吠えろ。キラン。おりゃ。もう終わりにし。これは希望を守る一撃。反省の時間だよ。くらえ。はあ。おりゃ。はあ。じゃあね。暴力か。最悪の組み合わせだ。吠えろ。遅い。おりゃ。話し合いは無意味。反省の後悔しても遅いから。はあ。くらえ。はあ。それ。これが代償だよ。お姉さんが負けるわけないでしょ。
For Aether Codes, yellow is going to be our DPS line. 3 red or 2 red and 1 blue for lightning support. 3 blue is a fun line, but in comparison to the others, it's also the least impressive. Synchronic Manasvin is going to be your best in slot for Functors, providing a shield and several damage buffs for the team. Synchronic Sasuke doesn't do much on her, but it is going to be our best free-to-play option for DPS. When it comes to Sigils, we have a couple options, but let's quickly go over her support build. Calamity will decrease enemy lightning resistance. Add it to 1, 3 and 5. For 2, 4 and 6, run Nibelung for the increased ultimate charge rate. Keep an eye out for loopbacks, attack, charge and ready, crit rate, crit damage and waves of rage for enchants. For DPS, you're going to want to run Feathers in the Storm for 1, 3 and 5 for the increased thunder and skill damage. Currently, for 2, 4 and 6, Caledonian Rage is our best option, giving us a skill damage boost as well as better rage generation. In about 2 more patches, we will get a much better option for rage modifiers when the Companion Shadow set becomes available. As for enchantments, look for attack, crit rate, crit damage, charge and ready, some loopbacks, and waves of rage. As always, warps can be fine-tuned to your liking and can change depending on the activity. However, these are my recommendations for general play. For slots 1 and 2, we want 2 power-up melee, 1 judge, and 1 executioner. For 3 and 4, we want 2 telepathize force field ones and 2 EM flux. For 5 and 6, we want 2 armor breakers and 2 evolution particle 3. Her default team currently includes Brahma, Lingguang, or Hera. For mono lightning setups, you can pair her with Tsukuyomi, Buzenbo, or Vathandi, along with Thor and Shu, of course. I know we're a bit late with this one, but hopefully some of you still found it useful. We made a few changes to the format and moved at a quicker pace this time. Let us know what you think. If the feedback is good, we might continue with this style for future guides. お眠りなさ横はメイド。さあ、お眠りなさい。ありがとう。せい。そこ。もう遅い。これで。極光はゴール。横はメイド。さあ、お眠りなさい。お姉さんが負けるわけ